Okay, you know what? Um, I needed to do a video today because I'm going to a party and my makeup is on point. Let's be honest. Hi, my name is Annie, and this is Grand AlieNation. I had a really good idea for a video today because I'm always thinking about, us versus them, and I'm looking online and I'm reading the comment section. That's my favorite thing, by the way. Love reading the comment section. But one of the biggest things that I thought about is about trust. So when these adult babies, when these adult children were actual children, we did everything for them. And I think that this is part of the problem with the Generation X parents. We wanted to do everything for them, right? Because we were latchkey kids. We were left home. My parents were the first one in my whole school to get divorced. So like back in the early 70s, we were ostracized, we were pointed at, laughed at, and I didn't want any of that for my kids. So tried to protect them as much as possible, gave them everything, allowed them to do everything. And probably we allowed too much. And what happened was we raised a generation of entitled young people. And so this is what we're dealing with. The young people who do not know how to resolve conflict. They don't know how to have an active debate discussion. They just don't know how, and they take it personally and they take it seriously. It's like when you debate a point, you're standing on principle, you're standing on what you believe in, and you have a debate. And it doesn't mean that you're arguing, it's just discussing different side of the story. So these kids are so weak that they don't know how to resolve anything. They just retreat and they get all flustered and anxious, and they don't know how to handle that. So they block you. But I want to talk about trust today because we gave our kids everything. And there was a point, I was just thinking about this the other day. There was a point in my journey as a parent of an adult person. And sidebar, what as parents, we're always learning. And I've never been, I've never been a parent of a parent until my kid had a kid. So I have my learning to do. And of course, there's no forgiveness, right? I'm supposed to be perfect and know everything. I don't know everything. I learned my stuff about being a parent from having my kids. So anyway, I was thinking about trust. And like I was willing to give my kids everything. And throughout this alienation, estrangement, grandparent alienation journey, I'm going to call it, um, there was a point in time where I would have done anything to get them back. My kid, her spouse, my grandson. There was a point in time where I was willing to give myself up and just acquiesce just to get them back. I'm not there anymore, boys and girls, because what happened was I realized that I don't trust her now. And, your kids don't trust you because, you're toxic and you're this and you're that. And you did this to me when I was a kid. And, just like stupid, immature things like that. But the point that I'm trying to make is there was a point I would do anything to try and fix this. And I realized when I realized that that wasn't in my control, is like fixing this or doing something to fix it. I realized that not only these kids think that we have to earn our good graces, or earn our way back into their good graces, but guess what, boys and girls? You did a horrific thing to us when we didn't do anything to you. And I'm talking about baseless alienation. We didn't do anything to you that couldn't be resolved with a conversation or working stuff out. But you hurt us deeply, severely, and for some people, fatally. And that kind of behavior just doesn't come back. It just doesn't come back automatically. So Not only are you looking at us and trying to see if we're going to hurt you again, we're also looking at you to see if you're going to hurt us again. Because if it was so easy to ghost us, block us, cut us out of your life once, who's to say you're not going to do it again? Do I have to tiptoe around you? Do I have to walk on eggshells? Do I have to ask nicely and beg to see my grandson? I don't beg and I don't bow because I have my own self-worth. I know I'm a valid, valuable human being, and I don't need to be treated like somebody's rubbish. So while you're thinking, yeah, here's my conditions for my parents to come back. They did this and they did this when I was a kid, and they made me do chores, and I had to clean the pool every Thursday, and that was just horrible. And come on, man. So you're thinking, I'm going to put my list of conditions for you to come back to me. Well, we have our list of conditions too, and it's called earning your way back, because you have taken a torch to the bridge to reconciliation, and you're going to have to be the one to build it. Okay? Because it's going to come a point in your journey, boys and girls. You see, I don't know if you've watched enough of my videos, but when I talk about the adult children, it's boys and girls, because you guys are behaving like children. And when I say ladies and gentlemen, it's the parents, it's the grandparents, it's my generation. So anyway, boys and girls, if you want to earn your way back into our good graces, because there will come a day when all of this is not going to be fashionable anymore. And you are going to be, in a very small minority of people who decide to still treat their parents like they're garbage. And if you think that you're going to put conditions upon us, think again, because there's going to come a day when you will need us. Because here's a news flash. Human beings are mammals. Mammals are pack animals. Pack animals are not nomads. We need one another. We need community. We need family. We need support around us. And if you live a life without any community, and I'm not talking about, your chosen family. I'm talking about real community, people who would do anything for you, because you have your friends and oh, my friend will do anything for me, and she'll watch my son for a weekend so that my husband and I can go to Mexico for a vacation. No, they won't. The only people who will do that are your family. Really, your family will do anything for our kids and our grandkids. But since you burned that bridge, you're going to have to build it back. And unless you pick up a hammer and a saw, that's not going to happen. So I just wanted to put out a little bit of a warning to you, that if you reach out to your parents and make like nothing's wrong, like, oh, hey mom, I didn't talk to you for like 5 years, but yeah, can you watch Johnny for the weekend? Because we're going to go on a cruise. Think again, because we are not to be disposed of and come crawling back, because we don't need to beg. Okay. So that's really all I had to share for today. I wanted to talk about trust, and yeah, you better start working on that bridge, baby, because you just burned it.